What's up, y'all? It's Takara, and I'm here with Rolling Out.
Takara, aka the Plug's daughter.
The Plug daughter.
The Plug daughter. All right, I always get it mixed up with the S on that.
Okay.
First things first, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And you're here in Atlanta. You guys are
Yes,
hosting
sir.
a pool party.
Yes,
Raleigh
sir.
coming down to the A to do some business. What is it always like coming down to Atlanta and doing business?
This is my first time actually like getting hosted to do something. I've done music out here and stuff. I work with some great people, but this is my first time like hosting an event in Atlanta. So I'm nervous. Like I'm smiling. I'm super jittery right now, but like I'm excited.
Are you independent now?
Yes, I am. I'm not on a label anymore.
Okay, all right. So that was one thing I kind of want to ask you and stuff like that. It's kind of a basic question, but taking it from a unique angle. Being an attractive woman in the industry, trying to get people to like take your music seriously, because you've been doing this for a minute and everything like that, being signed and stuff. How do you navigate that and get like, okay, all right, we got it, whoop de whoop, but we here to work. You know, take me seriously. How's that been for you?
If I'm being 100% completely honest, it's hard. Like a lot of the time, I just have to not work with people, and I have to like be okay with doing it on my own, because people are not gonna, like, they want to work with me, but it's like they're like, what are you gonna do for it? And a lot of the time, like, you know, it's some type of sexual transaction that I'm just not cool with, and you know, people expect me to be because of how I put myself out there on the internet, but that's just not like I don't. If we doing business, we doing business. Like you cannot mix the two. So.
And you say that a lot of like kind of on social media, like you remind people, you like, don't let this fool you.
Yeah.
Like I'm very kind of reserved in a weird way. It's like you are reserved, but you are like I guess expressive, if that's the term for it, and stuff like that. So I guess, you know, just
it's like an alter ego. So it's like,
okay,
you know,
okay, there you go.
like my real name, like who I am, and then Takara Lee is like a totally different person.
Oh, so your name ain't even Takara?
No.
That's crazy. I thought your name was Takara Lee, and then the Plug daughter was alter ego.
Nope.
So, but it's like a whole nother.
Yep.
So it's like the mother, the family person, and things of that nature.
Yep.
All right. So who is that person? I mean, don't say the name. Don't give it the government. But like, you know, who is that person versus Takara Lee?
So obviously I'm more reserved. Like I wouldn't dare go around my father, okay, with my titties out. So I'm more reserved, I'm more modest, and then like who I am on social media, I'm not that person around my kid. Like I have my own personal relationship with my son outside of social media. So like he don't see me shaking ass and doing all that other stuff. He knows like I do music and stuff like that, but I don't really feel comfortable letting him listen to like certain songs, especially like the super like vulgar, like explicit songs. Like I just dropped a song with a guy named Raw Fame, and it was like a super like sexual song. He's like, Mom, I want to hear it, and I started to play it, and I'm like, yeah, nah, that ain't it. I had to turn it off. It's just too much.
Okay, so now the question is like, you as an artist, right, and as a creative and stuff like that, an influencer, a figure, knowing that like you wouldn't want kind of like your son or your child to see some things or hear some things. I guess, you know, for the people that watch it, and it's like, so why would you put that out? Like, what is your response to that?
Because at the end of the day, I'm myself, and I have a child to provide for. So at the end of the day, I'm myself. So I can't be everybody else's role model, because I gotta do what I gotta do for me. If that makes sense. So it's like as soon as you start getting some type of traction on like social media followers, people expect you to just turn into fucking Michelle Obama. Like at the end of the day, like I'm still me, bro. Like even like people were talking about like with my dad, like my childhood. I grew up Muslim. My father's Muslim. He's like super strict. So who I am today is not a reflection of my father. It's a reflection of just what I wanted to do with myself in my own life, because I'm my own person. And you cannot please everybody. So.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You can go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna follow up with that. You talk about your father a lot, and you know just how he was present and always there for you. He's still supportive to this day. You know, with tomorrow being Father's Day and stuff like that. You know, just how did that really shape you as a person and as an adult, having a strong father figure in your life?
So at the end of the day, like sometimes I would be like ashamed of certain things, because I'm like, I know this is not how my dad raised me to be. But at the same time, like once he talked to me about it, I kind of felt better. So like my dad found out that I was dancing at one point, and we're riding in the car, and he's like, you know, I know what you do. And I'm like, nigga, like what you mean? He's like, I know what you do. And he's like, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm not financially at a place to take care of you, and you have a child to feed, so you chose that route. And he was just telling me how he wasn't perfect, and he did certain things, and he grew up with his mom and his father present, heavy in the Islamic culture. So he was just like, you know, still at the end of the day, respect yourself, and you know, do what's best for you.
What do you think is one common misconception that people have about you?
Oh, that I'm stuck up. They think I'm stuck up, and I'm like a city girl.
You're really polite. Like you offered the fan back and everything like that.
Yeah.
You can walk in here, and you were the one on camera. So it's just
Yeah.
like, I guess where did those manners come from?
Just with my parents, like they always taught you to treat others how you want to be treated. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything, at all. So I don't go around bullying people. I've always been a advocate against bullying. Like I don't play that shit. I'm saying a lot, but but yeah, I mean that's just how I was raised. So there's certain things like obviously showing my body and stuff like that. People will be like, oh, like you don't have respect for yourself, but morals and respect are subjective. Like there's certain things that I still won't do myself. Like, so I don't know. Like I'm just a kind person. I feel like that's what you should be. Like my parents raised me to be a well-rounded adult. So I don't feel like my choices or my promiscuity. Ooh, I said that word way wrong. But me being promiscuous shouldn't make me a terrible person.
Right. As an artist, what is advice that you would give to an artist who's buzzing out, got a couple thousand plays on each song, labels are calling them, knowing what you know now, being signed and being independent, what would you tell that artist?
Honestly, never get big-headed. Because, you see a lot of these celebrities, they get to a certain level and they just think like they look at their fans as less than. But it's like these are the people that put you in a position in the first place. And then also be yourself. Like I don't think anybody should compromise themselves. Like if you don't feel comfortable with doing something, don't do it because you're not gonna be happy at all. And then it's like you gotta make music for yourself. Because a lot of time we try to make music for what everybody else want to hear, and like I said earlier in this interview, you cannot please everybody. So you got to do like what's best for you and follow your heart.
100%. And for Ruby Rose is going viral now. I went to Georgia State with her, so I knew that she wasn't telling the truth when she said she was 16 with that. She was at Georgia State, so she's like 18, 19. Regardless, that's besides the point. Someone like a Ruby Rose who grew up kind of popping really early on social media and online and having grown men like kind of make advances to her. For the women who are popping down, or not the women, excuse me, the girls, 16, 17, just about to turn 18, everything like that. They're getting the following on Instagram. They're having grown men shoot their shot with them in person.
Lead them niggas on. Lead them on. Don't give up the booty. You give up the booty, it's too late. Like, prime example, when I used to work in a club, girls used to fuck the customers. Like, it happens sometimes. But once you fuck your customer, he's not going to come in and throw you money anymore. He already got the butt. He's on to the next customer. So, as a young female artist, you cannot mess with other artists. You can't mess with people in higher positions than you that are in the industry because then it's going to be harder on you. Don't give up the butt. Lead them on as long as you possibly can. So, I feel like, and then that makes people want you more. And no disrespect to Ruby Rose, I love her, she's beautiful. But somebody made a tweet one time and said like, they said something about like if she would have made albums with all of the people that she slept with, she'd be like #1 artist. And it's like, it's unfortunate, but I'm like, they possibly could be right. But at the end of the day, she's still eating. She lit. So I'm like, hey, it works for her, but it's not everybody else's case.
You did mention something about E. Kane, about that entire situation.
Oh, on my Facebook, yeah.
I just want to know if you wanted to say anything on that.
I love her too. And I love E. Kane because she reminds me of myself. Like, she's unapologetically her. Like, she doesn't try to hide. Like, she show her bald hair. She show when she's upset. She shows when she's happy. And like, people come at her. So they be like, oh, girl, you think you this, or girl, you broke, or you this and you that. But it's like, y'all know so much about her because that's what she tells y'all, whether it's the truth or not. And like, people like her, she knows how to like feed the crowd, and the internet thrives off of negativity. So it's nothing for her to just post something negative, and people are going to eat at it because it's her anyway. So that's kind of like what I do. Like, but I've been doing this before I even heard of an E. Kane. She's just more animated, and she has like a lot more toxic stuff, and that's what they like. I don't have nigga problems. I don't deal with that stuff, so I can't. I'm not on that level. But I love her. I love her authenticity. She's her.
When did you first start to pop on social media, and like what was kind of your reaction to it?
It was like 2018. I literally was at a kickback and I asked this guy to take a picture. I'm like, hey, can you take a picture? He starts recording me. He's like, damn, like you fine, do a 360. He's like, this is going viral tonight. And I'm like, whatever, nigga. Like, I've been posting on the internet. I wake up, I had 2 million something views, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people are like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, stuff like that. I grew up as a weirdo. Like, I was a weird ass kid. So growing up to see all of that, I was like, hold on, like, they think I'm fine. They think I'm sexy.
And then, and how do you kind of, I guess, deal with that now? Like, How long was that adjustment period of going from?
From 2018 to now, I'm kind of like used to it. So like I'll be out and people are trying to like take pictures of me, or I'll post something, and now it doesn't really matter what I post. Like I gotta understand that this could possibly go viral, even if I don't want it to. It could possibly go viral, because the first thing I posted, I wasn't posting it with intentions of going viral. So now I do have to move a little bit smarter. Like I can't live in apartment complexes anymore. I have to have a house. I have to have a garage. Like I gotta be super discreet. I can't just be putting out my real name all the time like that. It is real wicked. I had somebody write me a letter from prison because they saw me on a TV show and saw my real name and found my address, and it was weird. But luckily, I'm not at the address anymore. But it was just, it get real wicked out here.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. If someone puts you on, right, the Plug Daughter on streaming services, what should they expect to hear? Like if I'm hearing, on a press play, what should I expect to hear?
Ignorance. A lot of ignorance. It's like no. But I don't know. Like I'm very diverse.
You want to give a verse or anything like that? Or?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm still working on building my because I used to be with a label and stuff. So now I'm building everything from like the ground up, like from zero, like to nothing to back up. So I have nothing out right now.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're cool. You're cool.
Yeah, where can people find you on social media?
Instagram is the.plug.daughter. My Facebook is Takara Lee, but there's so many fake pages, so mine has the Plug Daughter in you, so you don't see that. And Twitter is Takara Lee _.
And thank you so much for something about rolling out.